Remember, I was working once with a banker, and as we talked about the power of questions, and I mentioned this 3-question idea. I remember he stopped me and he said, he's very systematic, good banker as he is. He pulled out a little notepad from his pocket, right? And he said, Jim, is what you're saying is that I should ask 3 questions before I assert anything. Is that what you're saying? And I said, well, not exactly, but I like your strategy. Why don't you try that? So he wrote down, ask 3 questions before I tell anybody anything. He put it in his pocket and he went off, and he told me months later that simple strategy, Michael, of asking 1, 2, maybe 3 questions before you draw a conclusion and assert as a leader, certainly as a coach, even as a friend or a parent, for heaven's sake, ask 3 questions before you go into your speech or your directive. That might change the nature of that answer and of what you're about to say. So it's called the 3-question strategy. So something challenging, very practical that you can do, ask 3 questions. You know, what we're really saying here is what I call audio and video. As you talk and coach someone, the question is the audio, what you're hearing, lining up with the video, what you're seeing? So, for instance, if you say to somebody, audio, how's it going? They say, great. And they don't look great. They just say, great. And so your video, your eyes saw, didn't look great, but they said, great. So you might simply address that. Well, you know, you said great, but I didn't really see great. Now, tell me about great. How's great going? Just real simple questions around what you see. They'll often very quickly say, well, you know, since you asked, and then they'll go right into a deeper story, and you've made the connection. So how did we get there? You simply held the mirror, and you said your audio, what I heard, doesn't seem to be matching what I saw. I'm curious about that. And a lot of times they'll say, oh, I just didn't get sleep, or I'm fine, I just, not feeling 100%, and then they'll go on. They won't want to go there. That's fine. But at least you tried. At least you asked the question. And that in itself will raise trust. Over a period of time, you may be the only one that asked them that day, how are they really doing?